Well, thanks for joining us today for this Rentping Media Minute, our series of short apartment marketing videos. On today's video, we're walking through some case study data from a recent experiment we ran. My name is Jacob Gerber. I'm the Senior Marketing Director for Rentping Media. You can follow me on Twitter at Jacob Gerber, or if you have any questions or want to get a hold of me, my email address is jacob@rentpingmedia.com. The case study that we are looking at today has to do with a company called Century Sales and Management. Century manages 2,500 units, all third-party management in Lincoln, Nebraska, and that'll become important for a reason we'll talk about in just a little bit. But Century manages all kinds of different property types, from single-family houses to duplexes to townhomes to small, 6 or 8 or 16 multiplexes, all the way up to very large communities. Century, as you may know, is the parent company to Rentping Media. Rentping Media got started because Century actually started to do some innovative experimental things with their marketing strategy, one of which was to create walkthrough video tours for every floor plan in their portfolio. Whether it was for the single-family house or whether it was for each floor plan at one of their larger communities. And the big thing they found between August of 2009 to August 2010, as they sort of compared the results from their leasing efficiency, is that after adding walkthrough video tours for every floor plan they managed, they were able to rent 66% more apartments using the same staff hours. That was a huge increase in productivity. Well, that's an important benchmark, but also another benchmark they added was that they rented units all of a sudden after showing the unit after no more than 2 showings. Any more than 2 showings, if they see the unit doesn't rent, that tells them there's either a problem with an odor or a maintenance issue that needs to be addressed. That's just sort of the benchmark they hold themselves to. Also, they find that 60% of their new residents do not look at any other property with any other company before signing a lease. That's just absolutely huge. That's such a high level of trust, a high level of efficiency, because prospective residents can find exactly what they're looking for without ever leaving their home by comparing and watching walkthrough video tours in the comfort of their own current home before actually scheduling time with a leasing agent. Well, that's exciting, but today we have some new data to roll out about a brand new case study. Rentping Media designed and created a new corporate website for Century at gocentury.com. You can visit it. That was launched on March 8th. And the biggest thing that happened is that we removed friction. We put this walkthrough video tour content and the floor plan specific photography content right away up in front for the user to see. And instantly, after we launched this new website, you can see this is the Google Analytics data from their session duration, how long people were spending on their website. There was an instant spike in the engagement level of users, as you can see from this chart. In fact, the time on site jumped from 2 minutes and 38 seconds to 5 minutes and 12 seconds, comparing the same period of time from 2013 to 2014. That's a 97% increase. Page views increased 28,000 in 2013 all the way up to 62,000 in 2014. That's a 120% increase. Bounce rate, the number of people who leave immediately from the website, dropped 13% from 35% to 31% if you're comparing 2013 to 2014. But obviously, the biggest issue is rent amount. How much did this affect their bottom line? Well, we looked at their collected rent growth from 2013 to 2014, comparing the months of March to April. Now, again, the fact that Century exists in Lincoln, Nebraska, which is a college town dominated by the school patterns of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this makes a huge difference on what things happen seasonally. The growth from March to April typically looks like what it looked like in 2013. They actually lost 0.001% of their collected rent levels. But after the launch of a brand new website in 2014, all of a sudden they had a huge flurry of leasing activity. So their collective rent increased by 3.1% off of a 2,500 unit portfolio. This was a huge difference to their bottom line, a ton more rent collected, all because of the way they did content marketing by putting floor plan specific walkthrough video tours and photography front and center, where people had to click fewer times to access that content on their website. Massive increases in site engagement, massive increases in leasing and rent levels. Well, if you have any more questions, you can learn more on our website, www.rentpingmedia.com, or you can get a hold of me directly at jacob@rentpingmedia.com. Thanks again for watching today's Rentping Media Minute.